What if a region demands to merge with another country? Imagine the implications. In PoK, residents now seek a merger with India, decorating streets with vibrant posters. This bold move has captivated global attention, fueling widespread speculation and debate. This unprecedented call for merger sets the stage for a complex geopolitical dialogue. To understand today, we must revisit the past. The region known as Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, often abbreviated as PoK, has been a crucible of conflict since the partition of India in 1947. This partition saw the princely states, including Jammu and Kashmir, being given the choice to join either India or Pakistan based on religious majorities and the ruler's preference. The Maharaja of Kashmir, Hari Singh, initially wanted independence but opted for accession to India following an invasion by tribal militias from Pakistan. This decision sparked the First Indo-Pak War shortly after independence. The result was a ceasefire mediated by the United Nations, leaving Kashmir bifurcated. One part administered by India and the other by Pakistan, which is today's PoK. Over the decades, this region has not just been a territorial dispute but has also gained immense geopolitical significance. Nestled in the Himalayas, it's a strategic asset, overlooking several important military and economic corridors. The contentious status of Kashmir has led to 3 major wars between India and Pakistan, each escalating the stakes. With such a convoluted past, the present demands seem almost inevitable. But what sparked such a drastic shift in public sentiment? In the heart of PoK, a combination of political developments, economic hardships, and deep-seated social issues has set the stage for a profound outcry. Recently, residents have faced an escalation in governance challenges alongside a noticeable deterioration in economic conditions. Job opportunities have dwindled, leading to heightened financial insecurity among the populace. Moreover, the region has been marred by social unrest, which has only intensified the local grievances. Key incidents that have directly preceded the protests include controversial administrative decisions and allegations of civil rights violations. These events have not only fueled frustration but have also galvanized the community towards a unified demand for change. As pressures mount, the voices for change grow louder. Hear the pulse of the people directly affected. On the streets of PoK, the air is thick with anticipation and diverse opinions. A local shopkeeper, his voice laced with hope, shares, "We see India's growth and stability. Merging could bring us the development we've longed for." His perspective echoes a common sentiment among those who favor the merger, viewing it as a gateway to enhanced economic opportunities and political stability. Conversely, there's apprehension in the voice of a young student. "But what about our identity?" she questions. "Could we lose our cultural heritage in this political shuffle?" Her concern highlights the emotional and cultural implications that weigh heavily on the minds of the opposition. An activist, preferring anonymity, adds a layer of urgency. Our rights and voices need to be front and center in any discussion of merger. It's not just about political lines, but about real lives and futures. Each voice adds a unique layer to this complex narrative. The world watches and weighs in. As posters in PoK call for a merger with India, international reactions vary widely, reflecting the complex geopolitical landscape of the region. The Indian government, while cautious in its public pronouncements, sees an opportunity to reinforce its stance on territorial integrity. Statements from official spokespeople emphasize a desire for peaceful resolution and respect for the aspirations of the people in PoK. Across the border, the Pakistani government vehemently opposes the idea. Official statements condemn the movement as an infringement on their sovereignty and an external manipulation of domestic affairs. Pakistan calls for international support to counter what it perceives as aggressive maneuvers by its neighbor. Meanwhile, global powers tread carefully. The United States and European Union, while advocating for human rights and self-determination, are wary of upsetting delicate diplomatic balances. They call for dialogue and peaceful negotiation, avoiding any overt endorsement of the merger. International organizations like the United Nations emphasize the need for stability and peaceful resolution through democratic processes. The repercussions of such a merger could ripple through international relations, potentially altering alliances and regional stability. Global politics play a crucial role in regional dynamics. Where do we go from here? As the dust settles on the recent fervent calls for merger in PoK, the future remains draped in a cloak of uncertainty. The scenario could unfold in numerous ways, depending on the actions and reactions of the key players involved. One potential avenue could be the initiation of diplomatic talks. These discussions might aim to address the demands of the people, exploring avenues for peaceful resolution. Such talks could lead to a historic agreement that might pave the way for a new era in regional cooperation. However, the complexity of geopolitical interests and historical tensions could make these negotiations a tightrope walk. On the other hand, there lies the possibility of increased tensions. The demands for merger could be perceived as a threat to sovereignty, leading to a hardening of stances on both sides. This scenario could escalate into economic sanctions, military posturing, or even confrontations, further destabilizing an already volatile region. Amid these extremes, there's also a chance for an unexpected peaceful resolution. Perhaps a grassroots movement within PoK could foster a new understanding, leading to internal reforms rather than external merger. This could alleviate some of the tensions without drastic changes to national boundaries. For the residents of PoK, these developments are not just political chess moves. They are changes that could redefine their identity, their rights, and their day-to-day lives. For India and Pakistan, the decisions made in the coming months could either mend fences or sow seeds of long-term discord. As we stand at the crossroads of history, the path chosen will resonate for generations. As we delve deeper into the unfolding situation in PoK, it becomes crucial to understand the global perspectives that shape and influence these events. Experts from around the world weigh in on the potential outcomes and the broader implications of the merger demands. Dr. Emily Tran, a political scientist from Harvard University, suggests that the resolution to such conflicts often requires more than just diplomatic talks. It requires a comprehensive understanding of the historical grievances and a genuine commitment to addressing them. Meanwhile, international law expert Prof. Rajiv Desai from the University of Delhi points out that any change in the status of PoK must be approached with caution, respecting the legal frameworks and international treaties that are in place. From a geopolitical standpoint, analysts highlight how major powers like the United States, China, and Russia view the situation. Each has its strategic interests in the region, influencing their support or condemnation of the merger proposals. Chinese foreign policy expert Li Wei comments, "China's primary concern in the region revolves around stability, especially considering its investments linked to the Belt and Road Initiative." Furthermore, humanitarian organizations express concerns about the human rights implications of increased tensions. Amnesty International's South Asia Director Aisha Khan emphasizes the need for all actions to prioritize the safety and well-being of the local population, ensuring that their rights and voices are not sidelined amidst geopolitical maneuvers. As the international community watches closely, the consensus among many experts is that dialogue, transparency, and a respect for democratic processes are key to any peaceful resolution. The coming months will reveal whether these principles will be upheld or if the region will witness a different course of action.